Hey everyone, and welcome back to another Jazzy Wicks candle review. Today I am reviewing a golden oldie. So this is Good Morning by Yankee Candle. I don't know if it's going to focus in there, but you can see the label there. It's in the good old fashioned original wax tart style. And you can see it's got the little breakfast muffin picture on there, which is the same as if you got the other styles as well. So it's the same image on all of the styles. You could get this in a wax tart, a votive and a large jar. I don't believe, having a look around online, that it came in any other styles. It looks like it was just those three. But this is a very, very hard to get hold of scent. I actually found this on Vinted. I believe Vinted's in America as well. I'm not too sure. But if it isn't, I think it is, but if it isn't, Vinted is like a second-hand clothing app that we've got here in England. So people, it's been around for a while, but it's just got really popular and people sell their second-hand clothes on there. And they've started letting people sell like a bit of homeware stuff on there as well, and Yankee candles. So I found this on there. The lady was selling it for, I think it was like a few pound, because I did get a bundle. She had a couple of other scents as well, which I do actually have here, so I will show you. So I got Feliz Navidad, which I do have in a large jar, but I'm holding the large jar because this is really hard to get hold of. And it's a bit sentimental to me, the jar, just because my mum and dad live in Spain, so I'm being a hoarder. But I saw the wax melt and thought, you know what, I'll get that so I can still review it and keep my jar. And the other one I got was Seasons Blessings, because I've never tried this one. So she had 3 wax melts that I just wanted to give a go, see how they was. But I started off with Good Morning. So this scent was from around 2014. This is an 8-hour burn time wax melt, like the old style, not the new ones, which I think I do have. So this is the new style here. You can see quite different. Obviously, if you're a Yankee Candle fan, you know what these were like. And I just showed you the old style there. So new versus old, new, completely different. These ones are very, very messy if you are like cutting them in half, and even to unwrap them it can be quite messy. And these ones are quite a lot neater, but then you've got a lot more plastic packaging, so I don't really know which one's best. I prefer the new style just because they're easier for me to review and you get to keep the label really nice. Whereas this one, you can see like I've had to try and keep the label intact to show you, even I had to like completely demolish it to get it out of the wrapping. But I finally got hold of one. I've really wanted to try this for a long, long time, but I was not paying the prices of the large jar. I really, really wanted the large jar, but it was on eBay for £70. And I just can't warrant £70 to burn a large jar to review. If I was holding it and going to be like, I've sort of given up on, I've got some candles downstairs that I was holding to maybe one day sell, but you know what, I've just thought, I'm just going to burn them because people might want to know what they smell like in case they've got them in their collection. And it's so hard to sell Yankee candles. I'm telling you, it's got to have no discoloration to it at all. The label's got to be perfect. People want immaculate candles for their money, which if you're paying a lot of money for a candle, you want it to be right. But especially with candles, like I asked on a Facebook page the other day about a couple of candles I had that were older candles, and they're like white coloured wax. So when they're like from 2012 and that, it's going to be so hard not to let the wax discolour. And basically, because the wax had discoloured, they was only worth like 25 quid. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to burn them. I'll just burn them and then I can review them for you guys. I get to enjoy the scent. But I was not paying £70 for Good Morning in a large jar. That's how much they are floating around on eBay for, but you can get them through collectors selling them on like I did. Getting this for a few pound was a good deal, and it meant that I could try it. So because it's so old, from around 2014, I don't have like the exact like top, middle and bottom notes description for this one. I do have the general description. So it says, like warm breakfast muffins, bright with the aroma of sweet pears, tangy citrus and spicy cardamom. So I'd seen the jar and the label, and again, I think I was judging a book by the cover a little bit too much. So I saw the label. I've seen this floating around for quite a few years and the price of it. And I thought, oh, I think that's going to be one that I really want to try. And until I bought it, I hadn't actually looked at the scent description. So I was really hoping it was going to be cakey and cinnamony and a little bit of me. But yeah, I put half of the wax melt in, and after a little while I had to put the other half in because it just wasn't throwing very strong. Obviously, when you've got old scents like this, and I know because I've got some old scents myself, you know they have to be looked after correctly, stored in like cool, dry places. So obviously when you buy such old candles, if you don't know how they've been stored, then they might not perform as well as they would have when they was new. So I am bearing that in mind with this one, but I was expecting it to be a hell of a lot stronger. I was disappointed. I'm so glad if it has been stored right and this is what they all smell like. I'm so glad that I did not spend £70 on a large jar. I wish I had £70 to spend on a candle just to throw away, but sometimes we just got to go for what we can get. And like I say, there's not many large jars around either. It is a harder scent to get hold of. So I didn't get no pears, no citrus, not really any cardamom. I would say it was just a very, very light cupcakey sort of scent. So I could smell like a vanilla in there. I could smell like a bakery sort of tone to it, but there's a lot stronger. I think just the good old vanilla cupcake is a stronger version of like, I know it's a completely different scent. This is Good Morning. It's got different scent notes, but if like me, you're going for this because you think it's going to be like a really nice cupcakey smell, you're better off just going for vanilla cupcake. I just wasn't that impressed with it. I would really like anyone that watches my channel, I'd really like it if you've had this to comment down below and let me know your thoughts. Because like I say, I say this in a lot of my videos, everyone's nose is different. Everyone smells things differently. Everyone picks up on different scents differently. I might hate a candle, you might love it. I love cinnamon scents, a lot of people don't. But this one, it's not that it was a bad scent, like the smell itself was nice, but just the throw rating was nothing like I expected it to be for an old Yankee candle. I expected like this to be a golden oldie, like one that's got the strongest throw ever, a good old Yankee candle like they used to be, but it just wasn't strong enough for me. And like I say, I used the whole wax melt. It was in this room, which is quite a small, just normal UK double bedroom. It just wasn't for me. Poor throw. I would have said maybe a 4 or 5 out of 10, which is quite low. Unfortunately, I just really wanted it to be stronger on the spices. I didn't know that there was pears and citrus notes in this, obviously, when I bought it. So maybe it's just because it's not what I expected it to be. But if you're getting it like me because the image makes you think of like a nice cakey, spicy scent, it wasn't, unfortunately. So yeah, I'm glad that I've tried it. It's got it out the way. It's got it out my system that I've given it a go, but not for me. But let me know in the comments down below if you have tried this so everyone else can read the comments. Because again, it might just be because it's an older scent. It might have lost a little bit of its scent. But people online have reviewed this well from 2014, like very old reviews that I went back and looked at. So yeah, let me know if you've tried it, what you thought of it. It just wasn't for me, unfortunately. I think there's much better Yankee Candle cakey scents out there if that's what you're going for. And then you obviously haven't got to hunt this down and pay the extortionate prices for a candle. But yeah, let me know what you thought. As always, thank you for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe because it always helps my channel out. And I'll get some new reviews out for you soon.